My name is Shaelynn Farnsworth. I'm a high school English teacher at BCLUW, and we have been a one-to-one school for 4 years now. All of our students have MacBook Pros, along with all of our staff, and the staff also has iPads as well. I think that technology in the classroom has provided what once only existed in theory become a reality in the classroom. For instance, being an English major, it was stated that you should try to get your students a different audience, have them imagine a different audience than the traditional lone teacher. With technology, our students are able to reach global audiences, not only to share their work, but also to reach for primary resources instead of secondary resources, collaborate with other students across the globe, and just things like that. One-to-one has also shifted curriculum to more project-based learning, and so our students have clear voice and choice in how they take their learning, transform it, and then share with whomever the audience is what they learned. And so a shift from traditional to more project-based learning and more differentiation in the classroom as well. I'm a connected educator. I'm active on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and I find a lot of my resources, a lot of inspiring educators on social media sites. Technology selection is extremely important because of the ever-changing apps and tools out there for students. And so really you're trying to develop a particular set of skills, critical thinking, collaboration. And so I personally use the TPAC and the SAMR models for selection. Is it just a substitution, or are they actually creating something different with the technology, with the tools, than was not possible otherwise? So I look at that. I also look at ease of use. Is it something that is easy to use? Is it applicable in other content areas, across grade spans? All of those things help in my choice selection, because it's things that they will use forever, part of an online discussion, presentation. So I want to make sure that they develop those different skills. Well, classroom management is important. I always say that with technology, good classroom management skills are enhanced and poor ones are magnified. So if you have poor ones, one-to-one is not going to fix classroom management. There are things that you can do to help in your management skills for the classroom. For instance, seating is one. We have something, it's called LAN School. It allows you to access student computers at one time or demonstrate things on their screens as well. That helps for classroom management. I think laying a foundation at the beginning of the year with a freshman is extremely important. I usually take 2 weeks out of the year to help them organize, help them understand and learn their tool. I also have laptop expectations because we're placing expensive machines in the hands of students, and they need to know their capabilities, but also that there's cameras and video cameras, and they need to be aware of copyright issues and all those different things as well. So that's what I use for management. Technology in the classroom can be used to for both formative and summative assessment, to help you analyze data, gauge where students are, what needs to be retaught. For instance, for formative assessment, you could use quick polls everywhere. You could have them do a ticket out. You could have them create a collaborative document and look at their thinking, see what needs to be redirected, retaught. As far as summative assessment, it offers so many different opportunities for students to transform what they're learning and showcase it back in a way that they feel is important to them. So it works for both formative and summative assessments. We've also tried to do online portfolios, kind of like a living learning log. Everything that students have learned throughout their high school career is put into a Google site and a YouTube channel, and that kind of documents their growth as students as well. Administrators play a large role in a successful one-to-one school. They need to make sure that the infrastructure is in place so access is available for students and teachers. They also have to provide ongoing high-quality professional development so staff can continue to grow. They need to create a culture of risk-taking so staff feels free to try those more non-traditional types of things without retribution, and I think that's a large thing. We have great administration support, community support here at BCLUW that makes it possible for our students to excel in a one-on-one environment. For those schools and teachers deciding whether to implement a one-to-one program in their own school, I would have them consider a little bit of research I did based off of the New London group. And they said the biggest divide between students now are those that have access to technology and those who don't. Students are growing up in an age where their jobs are not even created yet. The New London group cites that those students without access to technology fall further behind their peers, making it more challenging for them in college, in the workforce, to access information, evaluate sources. So I think that's something important for schools to consider, that a huge divide between students that don't have access to technology and those who do.